Hello and welcome to episode 83 of the Book Wars Pod. I am Chris. I'm here, as always, with my co-hosts, Kate and Kristen.
I'm not here, actually.
Me neither.
I'm staring at you.
Not here.
I'm staring at you.
Pork chop's here.
I'm a ghost.
He's sleeping, but he is here.
Not here.
Both of you are literally here. I will turn this
Mom
car
started
around.
it. I always go with mom's bits.
Such a good daughter.
I never go with dad's bits.
This is true.
Well, you just will like be every character in them by yourself.
I mean, I am a white man who is mediocre, so yes.
I'm so sad.
I really need to cultivate Miranda.
No.
Is my favorite child.
No. She's mine too. We both like ladies.
I like ladies.
You're not a lady who likes ladies.
I like ladies.
4 out of 4 podcast hosts.
That's so true.
Oh my god. All right, Chris, finish your stupid fucking intro.
Let me get through this before one of us says something offensive, and by that I mean it would undoubtedly be me.
White boy.
Today we're discussing Empire's End chapters 21 through 31. But first, a little bit of housekeeping. When you listen to this, it will be exactly 1 week before the start of Star Wars Celebration.
Oh shit.
Assuming this comes out on Thursday, which we're anticipating it will.
I think it will.
I think it will.
Depending on Kristen's depression, you know.
Thank you.
I can edit too. We'll talk.
Thank you for understanding.
It would be 1 week until Star Wars Celebration. In the meantime, we're going to be wrapping up Empire's End, and that episode should be coming out. Let's try and get it out a day early so those traveling to Star Wars Celebration have a chance to listen to it on the plane.
Hell yeah.
Why would you ever do that? You're just going to be like, wow, I'm already in a flying tin sausage roll, and now I'm listening to 3 drunk people screaming.
Yeah, this
I
is
have to
actually
listen
the
to
plot
Book
of The
Wars
Twilight
Pod.
Zone with Adam Scott on the plane. I really need to watch that. Anyway, so get excited for Star Wars Celebration. You'll have this episode and one more coming out, assuming that we do it right, between now and then. And for those of you who will be in Chicago, either at Celebration or just hanging out in Chicago, come meet up with us. We are going to be at the Coffee with Kenobi. So I get Coffee with Kenobi and Comics with Kenobi mixed up, being like, which one is the parent network? It's the one that's not just comics.
Motherfuckers.
We're going to be at the Coffee with Kenobi Star Wars Celebration Chicago podcast meetup. They're just gathering a bunch of different podcasts together at the Arc Bar at the Hyatt Regency at McCormick Place. That is the hotel that is right next to the convention center where Star Wars Celebration is taking place. We're going to be meeting up there Saturday, April 13th at 7:30. Come join us. I'll be there. Kate will be there. We would love to meet you. Come introduce yourself. Tell us you love the show. Tell us you hate the show. Tell me you hate the show. Don't tell Kate. That's mean.
Yeah, also, don't tell me you hate the show, man.
She'll be drunk. Yeah, she'll be drunk by then. You don't want that.
I'm gonna have pins. I'm gonna have a sack of pins. That shit's pointy.
Yeah, you don't want that nonsense.
Yeah, they're square pens. That was so smart of you.
Yeah, they got corners.
They do have corners.
Hopefully by 7:30 on Saturday, local time, me and Miranda will be done moving our shit. That's the day we move, so
We'll face
yay. Hopefully we will be eating pizza and lying on the floor in our new house by then.
Yep. But anyway, hit us up. Let us know if you're going to join us. Kate, have you been retweeting stuff from Comics with Kenobi about Coffee with Kenobi about the podcast meetup?
As much as I see it.
Okay, we'll do that this week.
Yeah.
And we'll tweet about it.
It'll be fun. I don't know.
Go meet my parents. They're perfect.
We'll tweet about it. Hit us up on Instagram or Twitter. Either mention us or in the DMs. Let us know you're coming. We would love to meet you all.
Maybe we'll drag Allie also from Knights of Ren because we're being
Yeah,
her,
special guest star.
We're being her mom and dad for celebration weekend, which is gonna be the best. But anyway, yeah, come out and meet us.
That is the best.
See me drunk live and in person. I'll tell you to eat my ass if you ask nicely. It'll be great.
Or if you say something mean.
Yeah, it's true. Don't make that face at me, Christopher. Christopher.
Leaving that one on the tee.
Just.
Kristen, what are you drinking?
I just did Danny's podcast, Encyclopedia, about beer. And even though I'm not really in the mood to drink this, I did announce on Twitter that I would be drinking it. So now I'm going to drink it. I'm going to have the Cruising Altitude Double IPA from Crux. It says, take off for the tropics, courtesy of this Imperial IPA, starring the rare and exceptionally complex Strata hop, bursting with juicy tropical flavors and citrusy aroma, elevated by Pilsner and caramel malt, as well as a floral dusting of Galaxy hops. This is one universally drinkable double IPA. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the sky-high sunset in a glass. So,
I'm
it's
in the
probably
mood for
fucking
that.
good, because Crux makes delicious beer.
Yeah, sounds good.
Sounds so good.
I mean, Kristen, you can switch beers if you want to. You can. Well, no, now you can't.
No, I opened it. Well,
Yeah.
no, all the beers that we have in the fridge are really heavy, so I'm like, I might as well
Fair.
just drink the one that I haven't had. Because now I've had 3 of the 4 that we got yesterday.
Seems legit.
Nice.
Like
Well,
3 of the 4 kinds.
We're gonna throw up a picture on the Instagram at some point of Kristen with a giant.
Oh, it's up.
Oh, is it?
It's
oh,
up.
you put it up already? Thank God. Please see Instagram for Kristen grabbing pod recording supplies, and by that I mean a shit whack of beer like you have never seen before.
Yeah, it's 16 tall boys. It seems fine. It's
I am
me and
drinking.
Miranda.
I'm drinking some booch, my homemade kombucha, which is cut with whatever the hell juice I bought from Trader Joe's. And I think I've had this on the pod a million billion years ago, but a bunch of Half Moon gin from a distiller whose name I can't remember right now, but it's in the Hudson River Valley, New York, and it's distilled.
Isn't it Half Moon Distilling? Maybe not.
No, it's Half Moon Gin, bro. Maybe it is Half
Right, I
Moon
thought it was
Distilling.
both. Maybe I'm wrong though. I could be wrong.
That's a really boring name if you name your fucking distillery that.
I didn't name it.
Alright, well, maybe you did. I don't know. Anyway, I poured myself like a
Stop
shit.
fighting.
I poured myself like a shit ton by accident, as I'm wont to do. So this is gonna be a great pod. But also we have to like drink some alcohol to like lessen the load for moving / giving away, because we're moving to Colorado in case you haven't heard. So that's me. I've got like a serving and a half, so it's gonna be a good pod, guys. Kristen's already drunk because she recorded Danny's pod.
I'm not already drunk. I had a big ass burrito in between, so I am
okay.
just well watered and fed.
Fine. Fine.
But I probably will be because this is an 8% beer. So, bye.
All right.
Well, Kate, thanks for asking. I'm drinking.
I didn't even say anything.
Untitled. You literally were about to go.
I was seeing
start
what
talking about the
time
book.
it was. Oh my god.
Chris is drinking nothing.
I'm
Let's start the
drinking-
pod.
1-8 Distilling, local DC brewery that I mentioned before. They're Untitled number 13, high rye bourbon. Very good. I did forget to put a couple drops of water in it today, so
You
could use-
literally have a glass of water right in front of you.
Yeah, but I don't want to stick my fingers in my glass of water, and I don't want to like pour it into the glass because I'm gonna drown it.
Take one of these toothpicks and like drop some water in it.
Well, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Jesus, there are toothpicks on the table, y'all.
Take the toothpicks off of the table,
I'm just gonna
just so that Dad is not allowed to play with them.
like make sure that the toothpicks are only accessible to me so that in case Chris says a bad thing again, then I can throw pointy stuff at him.
I don't know how he can make too much noise with toothpicks, but I'm
I know.
I'm committed to
I know.
believing he can.
He can shake the box. He can stab
Oh,
the
true.
styrofoam mat that's also sitting in front of him. He could just,
The toothpick is absorbing the water too well, so it won't actually
so
shake any
just
water
like
into the.
tilt it more and then kind of just
Like sweep it.
yeah. Anyway,
More
while
than
Chris
one thing.
tries to play with water out of his sippy cup like a child.
This is not gonna end well. I'm just gonna drink my bourbon. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. We're all fine here.
Blah, blah, blah.
This is sad. We're talking
That's a
about.
sad air horn.
Oh my god. We're talking about Star Wars now. That was the loudest, like, putting down your glass I've ever heard
Yeah, that wasn't even on purpose.
in my entire life.
I wasn't even slamming it down. I was just me misjudging the table.
Guys, it's a Monday
you,
evening.
Dad.
It's a Monday evening and we're having a bad time. I wanted to talk about real things such as the transition between the Empire and the First Order. If y'all don't mind. There's just like silence, like we're not interested in talking about this right now. What? What?
I just wanted to make it awkward.
I hate it.
Empire turning into the First Order. Let's talk.
I'm gonna go cry first.
Oh boy.
No, don't cry. I just wanted to give you room to say your stuff.
No, Chris was making a weird face at me and I didn't like it.
Chris is an ass.
Anyway, so she's always.
Am I wrong?
I'm not gonna disagree with you, man. It's a day ending in Y after all. So I'm sure we're gonna be talking about this in the next episode and possibly on the wrap up. But as we learn more about what creepy ass shit Rex is doing at the observatory on Jakku, but we already know a little bit about what all creepy crap he is doing in terms of personnel, such as turning the stormtroopers into bonkers ass people who just have no sense of like order or anything, and they just want to murder with their hands because they're on
Murder
this...
children.
Yes, and the murder children. It's kind of like what we saw in the previous Aftermath book in Life Debt, where the Imperials are on Kashyyyk and they've kind of been abandoned, and I don't remember the name of the guy who was in charge, but he was kind of losing his mind. He's just like, oh, these Wookiees are savages and they're terrible and they deserve to be slaves. And I'm like, dude, you were literally like getting high off of like liquid tree heroin and like, I don't know, just losing your marbles and having no shirt on and maybe no pants. I don't know. You're not being a human being right now.
He was like really high.
Yeah.
He was extremely high.
Yeah. So kind of like the sand version of that as opposed to the forest version of that is happening on Jakku.
The sand version of living inside a tree, licking the walls.
Yeah, actually though, like he's like just having like these stormtroopers do like fucking gladiator fights to like weed people out and stuff like that. And even then he's like, I'm not quite satisfied with the savagery of these people, so I'm going to raise murder children. Which is fine.
They're like really good at murder.
You're so good at murder, it's very, very
Like
frightening.
he snaps his fingers and they do murder.
Yep.
It's true.
It's terrible. It's like
I don't like it.
it's like attack dogs. It's horrible.
Ugh.
I know.
Attack children.
Right. It's
Knives.
not good. It's not good. So, you know, his whole what he's telling people right now is that he's taken the Empire and he's like whittled it down to the bone basically, and the bone is the strongest part. Right? Like he's just like this is it. Except it seems, you know, with the reveal of the murder children, it seems like he's actually just trying to like he's like kind of like slowly replacing the parts one by one, you know, like he's taking somebody like Hux, who wasn't even actually part of the military, and making him military and just putting him in charge instead of people who are probably like more qualified with more experience, etc., and then having him just slowly literally have these children replace the stormtroopers with murder.
Hux.
Thank you. Hugs?
Hugs? General Hugs?
Yes. So basically, I don't know. I don't know what my question is here, but I guess it just kind of reminded me of like, have y'all have heard of the? I know Chris hadn't heard of it like 3 months ago because I had to explain to him, but the Theseus' ship paradox, where if you have a ship and you replace the planks one by one as they get rotten and whatever, and eventually you don't have any original planks left, is it a new ship or is it still the old ship?
I think it's a new ship.
Snoke is the captain of the ship.
Oh my god. Snoke is the ship.
So
How does the ship fall in space?
I'm so angry. So Well, okay, so my question is, we're watching the Empire turn into the First Order. Is the First Order an evolution of the Empire, like, truly, or is it something completely new?
I don't think we know
Okay.
yet.
Okay.
I want to tread very carefully because there is an answer. There is a right answer to this question.
Oh, shit.
There is a
So
right
you can
answer to
tell
this
us
question as Rax is motivated that we are going to find out in the next section of the reading.
I knew
Oh,
this was
no.
going to continue, but now I'm scared.
So I am hesitant to say. However, I think ideologically it's a little bit of both. Because obviously, like, you have, and I'm going to trample on the point that you put on the outline a little bit.
Great.
Because
Love
you
it when you
have
do that.
because you have Sloane being so horrified and wondering if, like, is this the Empire? Like, this isn't the Empire I remember. This isn't my Empire. This isn't my America. Hashtag not my president.
Not my counselor. I just wanted to point out we have talked about before, how much Sloane really understands about the nature of the Empire, and this is kind of an extension of that, I guess, and also as it turns into this zombie thing that wants to do murder.
But yeah, so
That
I
was
mean,
really, I feel like, just to kind of add before we get too far away from the point, because usually I come in later and I'm like, back to the point that somebody made 5 minutes ago.
Yes.
But it's kind of like when Jas sees Nema and them down in the valley thing, and they're like, it does, or she's talking to the bounty hunters, and they're like, very clearly, like, Ray Sloane is not important anymore. Very clearly that's not a thing. And she's like, you know what? Shots fired, but you're not wrong.
yeah. Well, the thing is, like, because, like, on the one hand, it's like a very different empire. It's a changing empire, like, because things are different, and it's hard to imagine someone like a Grand Moff Tarkin approving of what Rax is doing.
Oh boy, can you imagine?
Although I'm not
man.
sure.
That's a fun thought exercise.
Yeah, honestly, that's an interesting thought exercise. But let's, for the sake of argument, say I'm right.
Okay, sure, go on.
Let's always,
Chris,
for the
did you
sake
just
of
say
argument,
things
say
are
I'm right.
changing, so they're different?
Did I? It's very possible.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I didn't sleep well last night.
Or you said, like, things are different, so they're changing. Something. I was like, yeah, that's how those words work together. I don't know why I'm dragging you. I literally, like, don't know the names of anything, but
Like Kate said,
continue.
it's a day that ends in Y. Kristen, what year is it? Pop quiz.
2019.
Thank you, Kristen. It's exactly what I meant and was asking you. Well done.
Were you asking me in the timeline?
I sure was,
In
Kristen.
my timeline? I just gave it to you in my timeline.
Aren't we all just a series of timelines?
We're like
so
after Endor.
Yes. Sure are.
Yep.
Anyway, so obviously
Fuck
the
you,
Empire
Chris.
is Empire is somewhat different. But like there is this, like, as I was alluding to with my heavy skepticism of people who think that just because the system that empowered them turned on them is no longer the system they built. Like, I think that there is a heavy dose of irony in someone like Ray Sloane, who spent her time scrapping to the top. And we know that she didn't do this, like, legitimately is too harsh, but we know that she didn't do it by the book because she betrayed Count Vidian. Like, she, like, worked with Count Vidian to get her first command. She betrayed Count Vidian to get her second command. Then she, like, pissed off too many people and was basically an Outer Rim sheriff. And then she declared herself Grand Admiral by, like, working with Rax. Like, it's not like she is a Grand Admiral Thrawn who just worked his way up the ranks, like, by the skin of his teeth and everybody hated him. Like, so, like, it's hard to say that the empire that she served wasn't built on these corrupt practices and morals. Has it been taken to a new extreme? Yes, absolutely. Like, the children thing is weird. Fucking
To
weird.
say the least.
Although, again,
It's super weird.
kind of hard to imagine that Tarkin would have seen their performance and been like, no.
Yeah, he just would have been like,
No on principle.
I can just imagine him tensing his spindly fingers and being like doing a Mr. Burns, like, excellent.
It would have been like a Rogue One. Like, your experiment has surpassed all expectations. They are my children now.
Actually, though, that is completely what would happen.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Hashtag yoink.
So true. But I mean, so it's a little bit of both. Like, it is the Empire she remembers, but it's also very clearly not.
Okay.
Yep. How you like that equivocating?
Fine.
Thanks, Kristen. Thank you for the validation.
But while we're talking about murder children, this is more of an aside than anything, but like, can you imagine what a bad time Finn had in training? Like, holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
And we know from like other books in the canon that are is it middle grade or is it more like young readers, Chris? Do you know, like before the awakening? I think it's more like young readers.
Is that what the book is called? Before the Awakening?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's young readers. I think it's
Let me
young
Google
readers.
that for you.
Thank you. But we know from that book a little bit more about Finn's history and his training with like under Phasma and how he was like the most promising stormtrooper that she had, and like she was kind of grooming him for command and things like that. So you know, he was pretty good at training exercises, like really good at school. And you know, just it kind of makes you wonder, like, Jesus Lord, what did this child have to go through to like be really, really good at school if the school is for, you know, stabbing people, killing villagers.
That's cool for ants.
All that fun stuff. Did you just?
It's gonna have to be at least 3 times as large.
But yes,
I'm not sure why I told you I would Google that, because I just Googled it and I don't know the answer. I just Googled the words and then I was like, yeah, this is a book. Not helpful.
proud of you, Kristen.
It just says like it's a companion piece, but it's Disney electronic content, which means it's probably young reader, right? Oh, I'm sorry. It says juvenile fiction on Google.
Okay. So, like,
So young reader.
yeah, like
Props.
probably upper elementary, middle
Yeah.
school kind of.
I believe so.
Yeah.
And you know, one other thing about the children on Jakku, like Finn is not the only portrait of a stormtrooper we have. We also have Cardinal, who is from Jakku.
Oh God, I'd almost forgotten about that.
Like I want to
Fuck.
say there was a part in Phasma about how Cardinal was not one of the original children. But I'm not positive about that. I'm not super
shit.
confident about that.
I wish I remembered that. Like, what the answer to that is.
It definitely didn't say he was one of the original children.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I think it's unclear
Yeah.
at best.
Yeah.
Readers can correct us on that if anybody's read Phasma more recently than we have. Or listened to our Phasma episodes more recently than we have.
Right.
But, like, we know, and, like, just think, Hux's program and the program that created these children is Cardinal's more civilized program that he wanted to protect from Phasma. Phasma's kids don't need knives. They just use their teeth. All I'm saying.
No, actually, though, I mean, have you met that woman? Holy shit.
Phasma's kids go full Ewok.
Yo, Phasma is so scary.
Yeah, actually, though. For more on how fucking scary Phasma is, please read Phasma by Delilah S. Dawson, because oh my god.
She literally made her fucking suit out of a ship.
Yep.
I still say Phasma lives.
Phasma does live.
Phasma's not dead.
That shit looks very fireproof.
Yes,
that's
it
all I'm
does.
saying.
It is literally
Canonically
fireproof.
Oh, okay, cool.
She is. I will bet anybody that she is going to be back with her fancy scar over her left eye.
That'd be baller. There's
And
such a good
she is
history
back.
of scars in Star Wars.
Also,
I would
she
love
was
that.
JJ's character. JJ's gonna bring her back.
I could see that. I could see all
Hope
those
she
reasons.
says, "Bitch, I'm back." She won't, but I want her to.
Same. Hard same.
I just hope she comes back and she's just like straight feral. Like back to her roots.
Oh, that'd be so cool. Oh my god. I would love that.
Because she's been fucking defeated twice by fucking Finn.
Right? Oh, I would love to see
Blah,
her.
blah, blah.
I would love to see her do a murder with her hands. It'd be so fucking baller.
I want to see her actually being badass for once, but that's neither here nor there.
Yes. But yeah, no. These are questions I have about how these children are trained that I'm sure are not going to be answered until after episode 9. But oh my god, I am frightened about the answers. Holy shit.
Wait, quick question.
What?
Do we think Phasma appears in the episode 9 trailer, yes or no?
No.
I think yes.
No. What?
Why?
I think you know how like trailers will always do this random montage of like half-second shots? I think she's one of those shots.
No.
I think she does.
Well, we'll see.
Because I don't think she's
in
a big
few
enough
days.
I don't think she's a big enough surprise that it'll matter to unveil it in the movie theater. Because I don't think enough people care.
Hard
I
disagree,
care.
but you're entitled to your wrong opinion. Kristen, did you want to talk about Nima being creepy?
Oh.
Kristen, do you want to talk
Sure.
about Nima's hut titties
No!
that you took off the outline?
No. I am sad she took them off the outline.
I know. No hot titties at this time.
Big if true.
Did anyone notice? See, I looked at this outline and I was like, oh my god, no one put Nemo on here. She literally just got like straight up like lasered to death, but then wasn't
right
dead.
In the titties, you might say.
Like fucking, she got, like, everyone else around her got super dead.
Dude.
And yet
Huts are hard to kill, man.
Apparently.
Yes.
Leia got a nickname for a
fuck
reason.
me, right? I mean, that's true.
Yes.
But she's scary. I don't like it.
I feel like the slime coating is probably like there's some probably some like kind of like
I mean, she's
protective
definitely
qualities.
she's
to it.
definitely got some blubber too.
No, she doesn't though.
Well,
That's the
she's
thing
definitely
about
got
her.
some muscle.
Okay, yeah.
She's got some muscle.
That's true. That's true.
Like she's got more than like a thin coating of skin between the air and her organs.
I don't want to think about her skin or her organs or her hut titties or literally anything, guys.
Do not
But
like.
Kate, she's lithe.
Anyway, she apparently has clearance codes also, which is also scary. How did she even get those?
I assume from Rex
It's
Yeah,
fucking-
because they were,
in cahoots
as they
originally.
say.
Yeah, I just don't like it.
I mean, there's no reason to like it. So
It's scary. It's not cool. She has that fucking translator box that she uses to yell at people.
I know, but
Very overwhelming.
the funny thing is though that so with her translator box, you know, Chuck Styles, her speech in all caps. So I'm just imagining her and Mr. Bones like having similar voices, and it's very funny.
Fucking screaming. Yeah, I've been listening to the audiobook on and off. This is another thing that I like to do because I can like listen to the audiobook, but then it syncs with the Kindle version,
Oh,
so I can
that's-
go back and forth.
Oh, that's nice.
Really nice. Okay.
It is really nice.
Cool.
But she is I think maybe that's why I'm so freaked out by her, because she's like really scary sounding in the book.
Oh, that would make
It's
a ton of sense.
It's very disquieting.
Some nightmare fuel right up
Yeah,
in
I don't
your
like it.
Star Wars reading. Lovely.
Anyway, she's undead slug, and she's a scary person. Hut.
Being.
I guess we knew she didn't die because Nima Outpost, but still
Well-
scary.
Well, Nima Outpost could already exist,
Right.
to
it
be
could
fair.
just be what it's named at this
Okay.
point.
like
Fair.
named in her honor.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
In
don't
her
know.
honor.
I don't know that we know that it does, but because that was actually going to be my question. What do we think Nemo the Hutt is still alive in episode 9 timeline? Not that she'll appear in the movie. Nemo the Hutt's not going to appear in episode 9.
Oh,
Confident
damn.
in that.
Wanted
How long do huts live for?
a long ass time,
I mean,
man.
Jabba was old, man.
What does that mean?
Like
What-
Jabba was
Give me a number.
Jabba was already established as like ruler of Tatooine in episode 1, and then still,
And he was like,
I think, professed to be in the prime of his life by Return of the Jedi, which is a good 30 years later.
yeah. Plus, I mean, he was like childbearing. Well, he doesn't bear children specifically. Him, I suppose. That I know of with Hutt
You
biology.
don't know his life.
I don't know his life. Maybe
It's true.
Maybe he's a seahorse.
I was just gonna say. Literally just gonna say.
But you know, like, it's children stuff. Guys, Chris and I had a weird day. We it was like 7:00 in the morning. We saw like ducks mating, and it was really bad.
That was a weird time.
It was too early
It was a
for
time.
it. It was too early.
That is a time.
There's a park. So I had to go to the psychiatrist this morning. There's a park.
Oh, we're just telling the full story.
Yeah, no, there's a park
I
next
thought
to
we were gonna leave it at ducks
No,
meeting.
no, there's a park next to our psychiatrist's office, and there's a pond there. I have to explain now why we saw ducks mating, because it's not like we're like fucking voyeuristic weirdos.
Awkward duck threesome.
Yeah, it was like literally an awkward duck threesome in the fucking pond next to my psychiatrist's office, and I was like, I need to go back and get some crazy pills from my doctor because I saw this. Anyway.
Jokes. You got the crazy pills before you saw it anyway.
It's so true. More crazy pills is what she said, I think.
Yes.
More.
Anyway, that has been. Nobody said this was a child safe pod. Anyway.
Why?
But is Jabba child safe if he's not childbearing?
Jabba is not child safe. I feel like he would just like throw something to a Rancor all the time.
No, he'd eat it.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, he'd totally eat it. Y'all, what happened to Rod of the Hutt? That's what I want to know.
True.
It's almost like when left to his own devices, George Lucas introduces plot points that never have any resolution.
# where's Stinky?
Where is Stinky?
Oh my god.
All right, anyway.
Half of our
Although,
listeners
maybe-
are like laughing, and half of them are like, "What the fuck are they seriously?"
Maybe
talking
Rada's
about
the
right
hut
now?
that they have in Freetown.
Oh,
Because they have a hutling.
they do.
Like,
Well,
are huts so long lived that they're children for 30 years?
Yeah, that's what I was literally about to ask.
Yeah.
That'd be fascinating.
Now I need to know. Somebody ask Pablo.
Guys, we've talked far too much about Hutt biology for this book, and I'm really upset about it.
Thanks, Chuck.
Listen. I just want to know the squishiness.
Just gotta know the texture.
It's not my fault.
Need to know the texture.
You need to discover the texture?
Yep, need to discover the texture. Let Diego
Anyway.
touch Jabba.
Anyway.
He has to have touched Jabba by this point, right?
No.
He still hasn't?
No.
They have to have let him by now.
No, but like, where's Jabba? Like,
Go to
where's...
Lucas. Invite him to Lucasfilm.
Where is there a Jabba like just sitting around somewhere, or did they like?
I guarantee you, Jabba's somewhere.
I'm asking if they dismantled the puppet or what? It's a puppet, right?
I guarantee you they did not dismantle him.
I don't know, man. They threw out a lot of cool stuff
No,
like
that
back in the
motherfucker's
day.
in storage somewhere. I guarantee you.
I don't
Guarantee
know.
you.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know. If you work for
Jabba's at my
Lucasfilm,
house.
oh shit.
Do you watch the Star Wars show? They have like the archivist who has like all this shit from like the original movies.
Yeah, I know, but like, I also know because we went and heard. Oh no, what is that gentleman's name who invented the original Darth Vader design?
Oh.
Brian something. He's very British.
I'm gonna look this up.
I feel bad about
I'm gonna
that.
look this up. He was one of the original prop designers.
Right. Well, anyway, he was selling us, like, we saw him at All-Star Comic-Con out in Tyson's Corner, Virginia last year, and he was telling us about all this crap that they just, like, threw out that, like, it's definitely worth, like, $1 million billion now, or would have been if it hadn't been, like, destroyed. I remember, he was saying, like, he, like, was, like, a klepto, like, grabbed everything he could because he knew it was going to be valuable one day.
Brian Muir.
That's it. Thank you.
He was a sculptor who, among other things, created Darth Vader's helmet from Ralph McQuarrie's concept art sketches.
Oh, what a cool guy.
I've said it before. I've plugged it on here before, but not in a while. If the Star Wars costume exhibit is anywhere close to you at any point in your life, go see it
Oh god, I really want to
and
go.
just cry.
Those are so fun. I've been to the Lord of the Rings costume exhibit, and I was in there like all day, and it was just the best.
I was like weeping,
Oh.
and I like don't even care about #fashion. But I saw the original Darth Vader costume, and I just broke out into tears. Just normal stuff.
I love it. That's good.
Yo, I would.
Seriously.
Right?
I mean, I'm gonna cry if I get into this Rebels panel and the cast is gonna come out. I'm just gonna burst into tears. I'm really lucky that Vanessa Marshall and Freddie Prinze Jr. are doing their joint photo op on Friday, which is a day I'm not going to be there because I will still be at my real life work conference, which is fine because I think if I signed up for that and then went, I would just be weeping on the floor, and then I just have a picture of me weeping on the floor while they were like, I'm scared. Speaking of weeping on the floor, I wanted to talk about some feelsy stuff.
Yay. Sinjir.
I know, so many Sinjir feels. So first of all, I think he says something, or he thinks something while he's with Condor, and he's finally, mentally committing himself to actually being in a relationship with this guy, and thinking that he's good enough to be in a relationship with this guy. Where what is that face you just
Sorry.
made?
Bourbon went down a weird way.
Okay.
There's a little shudder. It's fine.
Lovely. Sinjir would probably relate to that.
No, Sinjir hasn't had a bad sip in years.
Last book he definitely had a bad sip.
You're right. Whenever he drinks the Kowakian rum.
Yes.
You're a little bitch, Dad.
Oh my god!
Sorry, you're not. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, if you could see my face right now, Kristen.
I can't even be mad because I definitely say worse things to you on a daily basis, on an hourly basis.
I'm quitting the pod.
Oh, finally.
Where's Miranda? We're just get out of here. We're just gonna bring Miranda on.
Miranda doesn't need my chair. Miranda doesn't live here. This is Keeks' fault. Way to go, Keeks. Way to exclude Miranda.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
All I did was drag
exactly.
Chris, shut up. I'm talking. Chris, shut up when we're talking. So anyway, Sinjir has this thought where, and I quote, he says, "Is that how people are? Do they all have two sides? Who they are, who they really are, and who they believe themselves to be?" And I feel like that's just kind of the crux of every single character in Nora's crew.
He needs to go to space therapy.
Everyone needs space therapy.
Except Jess. Jess is pretty well adjusted.
Yeah, she's pretty okay, honestly. She's doing it. Mr. Bones.
She knows who the fuck she is.
Mr. Bones knows exactly what his mission is.
He loves performing violence.
Correct.
He goes, I know what violence sounds like, and that is violence.
Which is my favorite thing ever. But I really feel like that's that observation Sinjir has is really, I mean, it's true for him, obviously, where he's thinking about how I thought I was this cold-blooded torturing murderer who had no friends, because who needs friends when you have to sniff out traitors to the Empire, etc. Oh, but maybe I can also be a nice soft man with a real job, etc.
Just the nicest bread.
I know, the nicest murder bread. Nora's am I a parent and a wife, or am I a rebel? Or Jess, who's am I just in it for the money, or do I actually care about these people, etc., etc. All of them think they just really compartmentalize themselves, and it's almost even going past what Sinjir's saying, what if you're all of these things, it's I feel like this really spoke to me, because it's one of those things that I've been working on in therapy when it comes to various people. This person did a bad thing to me in my life, and it's just they're a bad person, but also what if they're a fully realized human being with other stuff going on who also did bad things, it's super real.
Beings contain multitudes.
They sure do. Life is a rich tapestry. Chris, are you just not going to say anything anymore because Keeks told you you're a little bitch?
No, I didn't want to interrupt.
Wow. That doesn't sound like you.
I know, right?
What's wrong?
Turned off my targeting computer.
Jesus.
Everything's fine.
Well, now we know how Sinjir got to be working for Mon Mothma, like he is in The Last Shot.
Which I love. Also, we found out how Sinjir got to be the way he was when he was with the Empire. This is the saddest shit. Oh my god.
I mean, did we think that his origin story as a torture agent was happy?
No, but it's just like, I don't know, the way it happened was interesting. It's just like, so Chris and I are doing a fucking Game of Thrones rewatch before season 8 comes out, and we're slogging through season 5, but Arya's in the House of Black and White and having a bad time, and it's kind of like that, honestly.
Just like scrubbing floors, getting slapped,
Yeah, getting
Yeah.
literally.
saying his name's Arya Stark.
Nice.
Yup, over and over again. Just slap, slap, slap.
Yeah.
That's Sinjir's life until he's ready to be a murderer.
I mean, he reminds me of, if... Keeks, did you watch Lost?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, Lost, another J.J. Abrams special in that it was all mystery box and nothing ever got resolved. Sorry, I have feelings about Lost. But he reminds me of the character Saeed, who was
That's a good one.
ex-Iraqi Republican Guard torturer. And, like, he was great. He was, like, an incredibly sympathetic character, and he had, like, an incredibly nuanced storyline, actually, which he had one of the better storylines in the show. But he really reminds me of that.
Yeah, definitely.
And, like, that, like, how do you redeem yourself? Like, is redemption possible? Do you allow yourself to be happy? Like, what if you need to use your powers for good when the others attack you? Like, things like that.
Right. Or, how am I this person with, like, so much blood on my hands? And, like, how do I even relate to other people? How am I in a relationship with another person?
What if I just want a hug?
Yeah. Literally. Aww.
Zoinks.
Zoinks indeed.
Oh, I also thought Chuck did a really good job of, like, writing his... It wasn't really an interlude, was it?
Whose? Sinjir's?
Yeah. It was just in, italics.
Oh, the flashback?
Flashback, yeah.
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 Thanks. Oh my god. It was just... It wasn't an interlude, it was just in italics. Yes, that's called a flashback. When the letters go all sideways like that, Kristen. And it's talking about the past, it's called a flashback. But I thought Chuck did a really good job of writing that, and I thought
agree.
it was, yeah.
I think Chuck does...
And, oif.
Yes. I think Chuck does
It made me feel feelings.
so many feelings. Chuck does an amazing job doing Singer's character. And I mean, speaking of doing Singer's character well, way back before we had just finished Life Debt, and back when I was on Twitter, and I gave a fuck about Twitter. I was tweeting about how I had a lot of like Singer Condor feels because at the end of Life Debt, Singer breaks up with Condor because he's just like, I do not deserve nice happy things because I am a bad man. And, Brian and Nancy are pod parents, co-owners of the Tashi Station Network. They were just like, oh, buckle up because you're not ready for all the Singer feels you're going to have in Empire's End, as usual, because they're our parents. They were correct. But Brian has just quoted the I'm the brightest beam of light bit. And everyone was sobbing, and I remember just like Keeks and I looking at each other like, I don't get it. Do you get it? We definitely
This can't be good.
I know, right? Exactly. We're just like, well, I'm scared, and now I get it, and I kind of just want to like, I am the meme of lie on the floor, try not to cry a lot. Like,
Yeah, Chuck writes Singer really well. We talked a little bit in previous episodes, and I'm sure we will on the wrap up, about like various characters and like how we felt about their arcs in this book and in the trilogy for that matter. But like Singer is one who he's head down.
oh yeah, absolutely. And I mean that bit where where Singer's rescuing Condor and he thinks for a hot second that he wasn't fast enough and Condor died because he got kidnapped. The poor man. Chuck does a great job there of, this is clearly one of those things that like happens in the space of 30 seconds of just slowing it way the fuck down, and like you feel like all of the tension, and like Singer knows that like everything he's doing has to be absolutely perfect or Condor's gonna fucking die. And you see every minuscule detail of it. It's like when you're watching a movie and it's in slow-mo, but more than that, it's just like you see the sweat on like the character's face and like them, like every movement they make, like going to pull out the gun and everything like that. And it was super good.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
It was a very action movie.
Yes.
Agree.
Which he's not given Singer those moments, so it works.
Okay.
Like it doesn't
Yeah.
come across as like,
As what?
I don't know, like forced, or as like good guys always like get the power-ups when they need them, you know?
Okay. When
That wasn't
is-
really meant to be a thing that I was going to explain. It was more meant to be an offhand comic. I don't like
I was just like, when?
that's a thing that genre fic will do sometimes, where like whenever you need resolution, the hero will like magically become like, or like any time in the book where the hero becomes an obstacle, they will like become like mega powerful
I mean that,
and digivolve.
but we nice, but Christ Almighty, yeah, but he also has done an excellent job of setting up the fact that Condor's also really good at his job, but Sinjir is really good at his job. Like he's just
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like it made sense.
right.
Like it made sense. It's not overused. Like
Okay,
it's well written.
okay.
Was my point.
I was waiting for the but, so I was
Oh.
okay.
No, but I like this scene.
All right.
Speaking of doing Sinjir really
Really
well,
thought you were gonna say speaking of
Condor.
butts.
Oh,
I mean-
honestly, either one. Honestly, both fit.
both great segues.
Lovely. Yes, Kristen.
Oh, just he lets himself have a feeling, and they touch mouths.
Yes. They do though, and it's great.
What?
They date nothing at all.
It's great. It's lovely.
Is that not how normal people say kiss?
Kristen, what year is it?
I don't want to talk about it.
Keeks, do you also want to talk about the all cap stuff you wrote under this point, in addition to think you're having feelings?
Oh, sure. I guess I did do that. Mon Mothma is very funny, and she's like, I don't have a good sense of humor, but also, please decide in 30 seconds whether or not you want this job. And you have to bring a gift to someone is your first thing that you have to do. And it's fruit.
It's danger fruit.
It's danger fruit. And Sinjir's like, I thought you said you didn't have a sense of humor. LMAO, you're a fucking troll, Mon Mothma. Which I really enjoyed.
Oh, I love that so much. Like, again, we see Mon Mothma, like, getting to be kind of, like, crafty and sly in this book, and I like that so very much.
Yeah, I actually love where his character ends up, because like in the beginning, you would never have thought that those two would make a good pair. Like in a million years, it just wouldn't make sense. And like, but yet here it actually does feel perfectly natural, because we do have this like devious, underhanded side to Mon Mothma where she kind of like has to go back and remember where, like, you know, like how did I run things back where I didn't have to be moral, like when we were under Palpatine and I just needed to like scrape by. Like you like she got to be where she is like for a reason.
Right. And it was by doing, like, we just read Leia, Princess Walderon by Claudia Gray, where we see, you know, Bale doing all this, like, backhanded crap, like, going through every single loophole so that he can support the rebellion. And Mom Notha, being his partner in crime, like, she had to do the same thing. Like, she knows.
Yeah, like there is a reason she is the
How
leader of this
controllable.
rebellion, and it is that she is charismatic, but also that she knows where the levers are. And like it feels more natural than you would expect. It clicks into place more easily than you would expect it to, because these characters obviously don't really interact at all. In fact, I don't think it's a don't really. I don't think they interact at all before this scene. Like
Or not by themselves, anyway.
yes,
Not one-on-one, I should say.
I don't think they speak to each other.
I think they might, because Mon Mothma and Leia kind of, like, come into the room where he and Temin are trying to go to Jakku, and they're like, no.
Oh, that might be a thing. Okay, just barely, but still.
It's so great.
It is still great. But yeah, like, and it's just fun because, like, obviously you have, like, Hostis, who, for those who read Aftermath and Life Debt with us, was kind of the devil, the strong central government angel on Mon Mothma's shoulder to Oxy's let the people have their way angel. And obviously he died at the end of Life Debt as part of the attack on Chandrila. But, like, you kind of wonder, like, do we really like him? Do we want him to be replaced? What if we just have Oxy? But then it's with Sinjir, and it's like, oh, this actually makes sense and is perfect in a way that none of us thought of.
Can we have a minute for how Hostis H was killed by hostages of the Empire?
Hostis Idge.
Ha ha. Chuck loves dad jokes.
Chuck does.
Oh, he sure does. Especially the guy that's running against Mon Mothma, whose name I can't remember, but I know it's a pun.
Tolwer Wartall.
Or like a play on words. Yeah. It's just his name twice with rearranged letters. It's fine. What was I gonna say when I interrupted you? Sorry for interrupting you.
You're not sorry.
Yeah, I'm a little sorry. I feel bad. I called him a little bitch earlier.
Oh my god.
My mom is going to be very disappointed in you, Kristen.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. Oh my god. Don't say that. I hate it when parents are disappointed in me.
I'm not disappointed in you, Kristen.
Thanks, Mom. I don't know. It was something about Mon Mothma. Oh, Mon Mothma is a good leader because, like, everybody feels comfortable going to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, remember in the Leia book that we just read, like, Leia was... She was like, oh, I can just go to Mon. And, like, even Sinjir's like, I'm gonna go ask Mon if I'm allowed to go to Jakku. I mean, she doesn't let him, but...
She doesn't let him,
like,
but she doesn't not let him either.
Yeah, she's like, you can fucking go if you want. Why are you even here?
I'm not your fucking mom. Just go.
I know. It was so good. Mon Mothma
Like,
was...
if you...
Becomes my name's mom doesn't mean you have to ask me.
Yep.
Oh my god. Mon Mothma's the cool aunt.
I want more about her. I loved that we got more about her in Princess of Alderaan. I love that she is also at least a somewhat major side character in Queen Shadow that just came out by E.K. Johnston. Which...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sidebar. As someone who does not particularly care about Padme as written because...
In the movies,
because she's just not well written, and that's to her detriment. Like, this is the book that Padme deserves, and you should all go read it because it's fucking amazing.
Chris is in the middle of it right now, so...
Did you read it already, Chris?
It came out like almost a month ago, and B, I'm in the middle of it.
Damn, okay.
Is that what I said?
I just wait for reading it on the pod.
Oh, I read them all early because I can.
I know you do because you're dad.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, the point was I want more Mon Mothma. Like, I want more stories from her perspective. Like, we actually, one of the deepest views of her that we got was actually from Alexander Freed in From a Certain Point of View, where he wrote her story Contingency Plan. And I want more of her view.
Yes, please. That story was brilliant.
It's a really good story.
Great.
Yeah, it was really good.
Makes me excited for Alphabet Squadron.
Totally. Okay, so last thing that I wanted to talk about, because I'm the only person who puts notes on the outline anymore, besides Kristen screaming.
Yeah, I fell down this week. I apologize.
Fallen down for the past
notes on the outline.
I put things on last week.
Madam, your fucking notes on this outline are see above note regarding stabby kids.
That above note, for those wondering, that above note is all caps IDK, but the kids are scary.
Listen, at least I read the outlines now. There was a time during this podcast that I did not read the outlines prior to us recording. I do the reading and I look at the outlines and I put little... I talk sometimes.
Jeez. Can we talk... You didn't read the outlines for like maybe a year after we started this podcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
Great.
Oh, are we talking about neutrality?
Yeah, we're talking about that. Let's do that. So, we've...
See, I knew because I read it.
Proud of you, Kristen.
Oh my god.
Thanks, Dad.
So we've got, in this section of reading that we just did, an interlude on Bespin where we're, throughout the trilogy, we've gotten a series of interludes. Sometimes they're interconnected, sometimes they're not, but this is one of the ones that is, where we've been watching Lando and Lobot slowly work to reclaim Cloud City from the Empire. And this is the one where he finally gets to do that for realsies. But he has this moment where he's thinking about, like, he's looking back on his life, just taking mental notes for the Calrissian Chronicles, and and he's like, he's talking about how he tried to be neutral, and he thought that was the best way to live and the best way to keep himself safe, the best way to keep himself in money, and obviously in Empire Strikes Back he realizes that was not such a good move, and then he joins the rebellion. Yay. So I just thought this was an interesting connection to DJ in The Last Jedi, where, his whole thing is not only should you, hashtag don't join, but play both sides off of each other and it'll be whatever. Like, there's no point, because there's no point.
The deal will get worse and worse all the time.
Correct. And so, we obviously one of the large character hinges in The Last Jedi is that Finn kind of sees in DJ, and I think we talked about this too when we did our bonus episodes in The Last Jedi. Finn kind of gets in DJ a person that he could be, where he can mostly be out for himself or only out for his friends and not be thinking about the greater cause or the larger picture. And he decides that, nah, he's gonna do this thing and be on the side of the resistance. And, I don't know if DJ is a character we'll see again, but I'm curious to know what might become of him.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think we will, personally.
Alas.
I think there's a far greater chance that we see Phasma again than DJ.
Darn.
But because I feel like the difference is relationships in a way. Like, Lando had relationships, and Lando couldn't be neutral because he had actual relationships with people. Whereas DJ,
and Finn too.
And Finn too. And DJ, to the extent that we know, doesn't have relationships, at least not with anybody in the Resistance. So, like, when he was like, they blow you up today, you'll blow them up tomorrow, he legitimately believes that, and he doesn't care. So, like, whereas, like, Lando's like, Lando's not like, they'll blow you up today, you'll blow them up tomorrow, because they blow you up today, you blew my friends up.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Please don't blow my friends up.
Okay.
That was easy.
I appreciate that.
Star piece.
Now Mon Mothma can finally flourish.
Mon Mothma's crowning moment. All right, let's just end on that.
Did we do it? Did we do a podcast?
We sure did. We sure did.
Allegedly.
Thank you all for listening to episode 83 of the Book Wars Pod.
God, if you got to this point, blessings with listening to this.
So
this point in the podcast, this point in, like, the history of by this point, do you mean minute 50 whatever, or episode 83?
All of it. All of it.
It's all true. Next week, we're continuing with Empire's End. We're finishing it up, reading the interlude of On Board the Imperialis, which is the start of of part 5, I want to say, through the end of the book. And
I said what I said.
no, I know. I was.
No, I know.
That's right. It's part 5.
It is part 5.
No, I know. Just please note my note of, I don't know, just read the rest of it.
Yeah.
Is what it says on the outline.
Indeed. Next, we're going to be, for those who want to get ahead and buy or put the next book on their library hold list, we're going to be reading Battlefront Twilight Company by the aforementioned Alexander Freed. We're very excited about it. We're going to be doing that one after Star Wars Celebration, so you got a little bit of time. In the meantime, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Tumblr at BookWarsPod. Email us at bookwarspod@gmail.com. And like I said, let us know if you're going to be at Celebration and if you're going to come say hi, because we want to see you. And we have pins. They're great pins.
Oh, we should give something away. Hold up a minute.
Oh, yeah, we should. Let's do that.
No, hang on. Somebody edit this out.
Self-plug while Mom is doing this. I said at the top that I just went on Danny Pirtle. Is it 19? At
Yes.
Danny Pirtle 19?
Yes.
At Danny Pirtle 19's podcast. He was kind enough to have me on to talk about IPAs today. So I don't know when that is coming out. But I was really nervous for it, and I hope it's okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. He said it was a fun episode, and I might be too horrified to listen to it. But you should listen to his podcast, Encyclopedia, anyway. It can be found where the podcasts are. Also, his turtle is perfect.
Dribble's official turtle of the Book Wars pod.
Okay, y'all, I have a winner.
Wait, what are we giving away?
I don't know. I'm gonna pick at random.
You're gonna pick the giveaway at random in addition to the winner?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like send them a tiny little thingy.
Love it. Ace is wild. Let's do it.
Yeah, we're going crazy. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. So as Chris said, wait, did you say already?
I didn't. I'll plug it right now.
Thank God.
When you please rate, review, and subscribe to us and the Tashi Station Radio mega feed on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. Particularly when you review us, and not just rate, but leave us a review on iTunes, you are automatically entered to win free shit. We've given away books, we've given away pins, we've given away stickers. I would anticipate that we will probably get some things from Celebration that we're going to be giving away. So there's never been a better time than now to review us on iTunes. Those are the ones we count. Sorry, it's capitalism. That's how it works.
Or send me a screenshot if it's somewhere else. So.
Yeah, fine.
Jeez.
But yeah, leave us a review and you'll be entered to win free stuff. Just like
T. Jensen 016, who is the latest person actually who reviewed us on iTunes and sent in a shot of their review.
Hey.
So thank you for doing that. You
Hey, buddy person.
right? Like pretty much automatic winner right there. So good for you.
Right? Way to go. Way to get in strike while the iron's hot, T.
Right?
Jensen.
So fucking good. So I'll be sending you a little something out of my pile of adorable little somethings. So get ready. I will.
Things.
Yeah.
We're excited. So you too could be a winner if you're not fucking slacking on stuff.
Yeah. And honestly, not that many. Like, we have a reasonable number of reviews, but a lot of them have not told us who they are. So, like, if you leave a review and tell us who you are, taking out the people who have already won, you have a pretty good chance to win.
Yeah.
Take it from T. Jensen, who won on his first lottery ticket.
Yep. Literally, yes. Well done.
Anyway, after you do that, if you are so inclined, please donate to the Tashi Station Radio Patreon and give us coffee at ko-fi.com/bookwarspod. We're very excited. We made our celebration goal. We have the money to pay for the pins that we lovingly made for you with our hands, typing in the order form online.
That was me, actually.
Podcast gets credit as a group, takes blame as a group.
Wow. No, you take blame by yourself, actually.
No, that's a lie. Oh, everything I just said was a lie.
Great.
Every word in that
If you have
sentence was
hate
wrong.
mail, please at Chris on Twitter.
Yeah, please do, because I'm not on Twitter right now,
Crusador.
so please send it there.
Please do.
But anyway, we still do appreciate your generosity, whatever you're able to give. You know, we love doing this. We do it because we enjoy producing this content. We enjoy talking about Star Wars with each other, and we enjoy giving you our, apparently our fans. That's on you. You made that choice. The content that you ask for. But hosting and stuff costs money, so whatever you can give us, we appreciate. Our theme song is Whiz Bang by Poddington Bear. Our logo and artwork are by Joe Butera Design. For Kate and Kristen, I'm Chris. We are a week away from Star Wars Celebration. Don't forget, if you're going to be there, meet us at 7:30 on Saturday, the 13th, at the Arc Bar at the Hyatt McCormick Place.
Also, if you are going to Star Wars Celebration and you will be there on Sunday, I am going to be sitting on a panel
Oh, duh. Yeah, why didn't we plug that?
because we're bad people and you hate me. Oh.
it's canon.
What?
Did you say it's canon?
Oh my god.
Yes.
It's definitively not canon.
Y'all, that's so much.
That is fanfic at best.
Oh my god. Okay. So all right, so I'm going to be sitting on the Star Wars Rep Matters panel. If you've been on social media in the past year plus, we've been working to boost the voices and stories of people who have been underrepresented in the Star Wars franchise, and we are going to be talking all about that, where we want the franchise to go, where we think they've done well, where we have seen ourselves in the franchise or not, and that is going to be on Sunday, April 14th at 1 p.m. on the fan stage. So please come join us. I will be there with Jess Shatara from Love's Beautiful Town podcast, Maya Rose, who is a She does all these things. She's just a Twitter person.
She's a contributor to But Why, though, I think, too.
Yes, that's correct. She's a contributor to But Why, though. John Robinson, the creator of the Scorpio comic and I think he actually founded Do You Even Comic Book, that community. We are going to be moderated by Swara, formerly of Beltway Banthas. I don't know what Swara's doing right now, actually. I think he might be on a Twitter break. But anyway, we are all going to be there. We are going to be talking about cool stuff, so please come join. And we have swag to give out.
Yeah, we'll be giving out free shit there, too. Basically, anytime you see us...
like, Rhett Batters is giving out swag.
Oh, there you go.
You could have even more pins, y'all.
So much free shit. But yes, come to that panel. Also, for those in the Washington, D.C. area, the full AwesomeCon schedule has not been released yet, so we haven't made an official announcement. But if you're a fan of the podcast and you wanted to show up to AwesomeCon, that wouldn't be the worst idea. As I said before, our theme song is Whiz Bang by Poddington Bear. Our logo and artwork are by Joe Butera Design. For Kate and Kristen, for real this time, I am Chris. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Book Wars Pod, and we'll talk to you when we finish Empire's End next week.
Thanks for listening to the worst podcast of all time.
There's at least 82 other opportunities for that to be the case. Jesus Christ.